I'm Stacey and welcome to my studio. Today I thought I'd take you through some of my machines that I have. Some, not all, because that's another surprise one day for you. A few people have been talking about the wall that I have at the end of my YouTube channel, or my YouTube, what would you call it, show for the day? Yeah, I'm a star. No, kidding. So some people have talked about that, and if it was my wall, and you know what they were, and yes, it is my wall, and yes, it was very exciting making it. Well, I didn't make it, I filled it. Chris made it. Of course Chris made it. The enabler. Yes, he made it. And I continuously get lovely gifts of little machines from him, but that is another day for another tale. But today I'm going to take you through my workhorses, because I find that I've had quite a few questions about what I do so on and all that. So I've got 5 machines I'm going to show you today. If I said that fast enough. 5 machines. Yeah, this is only some of my machines. Yeah, this is only some of my machines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to go through each one of them minimally. I know that I'm going to have to get up to the dogs because the girls are playing around at the minute and they are being a bit tinkle-tailor on their toes. The other thing I want to show you what I'm wearing. I have to know how to do this. I'm going to tip you up. The top I'm wearing is one I drafted myself. It's just a like wingbat and with nice big cuffs. Well, this one has folded down. I had my pins on this earlier today. So nice big cuffs on them, which come in nice and tight and awesome for dragging up. Nice V-neck and just a round back there and a band down the bottom. A band, vibrations. A band down the bottom that is just, it doesn't hold me in. God, I wish it would, but it just sort of goes in. But I can also pull it down if I wanted to. Yeah, but this is my narrowest part on my body, literally the narrowest part on my body. Don't judge. But yeah, so this fabric was left over from fabric I used to make Karina's dress out of. Yeah, I think it was a dress. But you'll hear me talk of her quite a lot because she's also an enabler. Just saying. Sorry, Queenie. Oh, yes, and I call her Queenie. Because my kids couldn't pronounce Karina when they were kids, when they were babies. They couldn't say Auntie Karina, so she's known as Queenie. Or Auntie Queenie. Queenie. Anyway, so they're now 16. So it's tradition. So I'm going to spin you around. I'm going to show you my machines, and if there's anything else you want to know about them, just ask. I'm not going to let them out. Yeah, I think I might have to let them out. They do it on purpose. They know I'm filming. Stand by. So the first machine I'm going to take you to is my workhorse, my straight stitch, my Juki. It is the oldest machine I have in my workroom, in my studio at the minute, but not the oldest machine I have in my studio that is an industrial machine. So yes, so I've got other ones that are older but newer to me. It made sense in my head, so if that didn't make sense to you guys, rewind. Anyway, so this is a Juki, and I love my Juki. I'm going to try and see if I can put you there like that and go into the Juki itself, and I can sit down and chat, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Okay, so there's the Juki. So, hi. So this Juki has a back tack and cut off, so back tacks both ends and cuts off. With a little click of the foot, which is really cool. It's got a back tacker there, and it's got the big long arm there. As Adam showed us in his, Adam showed us in his that if he's getting under there. Now, when you do make bags, you need to get in and get dirty right next to it. and he uses his elbow, which, to be fair, because I've got that there, I don't need to, but awesome tip, I thought. Okay, so it will fill a bobbin while you're sewing, which is brilliant, because there's nothing worse than running out of bobbin. I've got a saying. Chris has come in at about 1 o'clock in the morning before, or I've gone up there about midnight, and he goes, how's it going? I said, out of thread, off to bed. That's my saying. He tries to make it work with him when something finishes or doesn't work in his end. So out of thread, off to bed. It's no good filling it up because you're already at the tense moment of it ran out. So you go, get up and go to bed. So this has got a drop in, not a drop in, a pop in here. So just a nice little bobbin holder. I don't actually open this at all. Oh, I can't close it now. Oh, there we go. Right. So just your normal industrial bobbin scummy thingamajiggy. See, scummy thingamajiggy. Mum's mocking me now because I say scummy. So it just pops under and clicks into place. I love it. It's not a really overly big stitch, but it's big enough for me because I've got other stitchy things, which you'll see in a minute, that do bigger stitches. Okay, so that's the Juki. I'm going to try that again. I just watched it quickly and I had no head on my video. So this is my overlocker for Americans. It's a serger. It actually overlocks the edge, so I don't know why it's called a serger, but I got it when I used to watch American things. I didn't lose my mind. Anyway, so this is my 4 thread. I've got 3 on at the minute. I do most of my overlocking in 3 threads, excuse me. I also have the needle sitting on the inside of the inside needle here. So I have that there. Okay, and I've got a little broken piece there so I don't lose the screw. But I have that on that one because I don't want to have such a big bite on my overlocking. I like it to be a little bit tighter. Not tight as a rolled hem, but tighter. I very rarely move much to do here except for my tensions, depending on the threads that I've got in the machine. I have been sewing red, and on Friday Sews you'll see what red I have been sewing and why. Well, overlocking anyway. So yeah, so this was purchased because it was a little bit of a hiccup. I'm just going to test to see I'm still in the seat. Yep. I bought this one because, I didn't buy this one. I was sewing up overlocking 18 little band marching girls jackets, and when Chris came downstairs where my studio used to be, he goes, oh, I can smell the engine burning, which is not a good thing. So we looked into getting an overlocker, and I got a second-hand one, and it was okay. It did the job. It was good, but you spend a lot of time trying to adjust things, you know. So and overlockers, although I've bought a lot of second-hand ones, you shouldn't buy second-hand overlockers because I think they're fussy enough. They have an attitude of their own, like a Scorpio. But anyway, they have an attitude of their own. So when you get one that hiccups enough as it is, the last thing you want to do is, you know, fiddle around with it. So so I bought a new one because I could, and I did, and I love it. And the boys that normally fix my machines sold me this one, so that's good. They look after me, those guys do. So this is my second eldest, yes, to me. So my Juki was brand new, this was brand new. So the next one was brand new too, and I'll take you over to that. Okay, this is my blind hemmer, and with the amount of pants that I do, it was always good to get a commercial blind hemmer. They are really, really handy, and when it works good, that's what you definitely want. I, again, had another blind hemmer, which I bought secondhand. Actually, I've still got that downstairs if anyone wants to buy it, just saying. But, yeah, so, which does work, and I've got videos of it working. But anyway, yeah, I upgraded because it was beneficial for me to have this arm on, because I do a lot of school uniform skirts, shortening them, and lengthening them when they grow taller, and same with the pants. I think I've hemmed and re-hemmed my son's pants, who have handed down to his younger brother, pants quite a few times. So that's the idea of it. So yeah, so it's really good. It takes obviously a different thread. It's quite a fine thread, so you don't see it through the in the fabric. I do love it. It's just such a speedy process. I mean, I've hand sewn hems of pants more times than I care to actually say, but definitely happy with this purchase. And I got it again from R&B Paxton's Services, which is Bryan and his son Tristan. So I'll actually link them down below in case you're a Kiwi and you need a industrial commercial servicing or machine, because they are awesome. Very, very awesome. Always have a giggle or two. And we sort the world right when they come and do a service of my machines. Cool. Now let's go to the other one. So this one is the newest of the new ones. Yes, this is the newest of the new ones. Okay, let's go to an oldie, but newy to me. This one here is my cover stitch machine. When I was working on the military camp as a tailoress there, I said to the boys, I said, well, what do you reckon? And when I said boys, I mean my sewing machine people. I said, what do you think is better? And now I'd gone out and I'd trialed a domestic cover stitch machine, and been working on industrial ones, not one of these. They didn't have one of these on camp, but working on industrial machines. I was used to their force, their grunt, their love, you know, that they give you. And I tried this cover stitch machine that was domestic, and it felt clunky and chunky. And I left there, not buying it, was $1,000, and I left there and I said to Chris, I said, it feels, you know, it feels like it's going to not work properly. He goes, okay, cool. Maybe we can try another brand or something like that. Anyway, so I was speaking to the boys and I said, you know, what do you think, commercial, industrial machine or domestic cover stitch? And without a split second going by, they said industrial. And I said, yeah, but I don't use them much. And they said industrial. And so they said, we've got one up here. If you want to grab it, it's yours. Locked and loaded, $1,200. Now the other one, the domestic, was $1,000. And I was like, okay. So, you know, I talked to Chris about it, and he said, well, you're only really paying $200 for it, aren't you? Because you already would have bought one for $1,000. So we wipe out that $1,000 and here's $200. Yeah. Logic. Good logic. Enabling logic. So I bought this little puppy, and I do enjoy her, and it makes it so much easier and nicer when clients come to me and they want to have anything of a knit fabric or lycra and things like that actually cover stitch finish, rather than overlocking it and stitching it and hoping for the best. So I mean, I do like all my little V's and things like that. So, but yep, so it's got one thread on it at the minute. So they'll sort of sit there like an overlocker, and you just knot it on and pull it through. But yeah, no, I really love it. It always gives a really nice finish, and of course you can stretch it afterwards and it gives that nice bounce back. So this one is, I had this one downstairs before I came upstairs. So this is definitely my second oldest new one. I have a dog wanting to get in. I'll be back. This one here is my latest requisition. It is a walking foot, and it's got a new engine in it. So, I mean, it's been on all day. So there's no noise. It takes a nice thicker threads, and I had a bit of trouble sewing like a laptop bag. Chris calls it his man bag, and I had trouble trying to get the canvas strapping with the layers of everything in together. I did use the wrong stuff to layer it. I was trying to cushion it, and anyway, it became really thick, and my straight stitch machine was having a wah-wah at me. And then I even tried my domestic with a walking foot on it, and it was having a wah-wah at me. I got it done, but it was then that I said to Bryan and Tristan, I said, I need a walking foot. And they said, oh, we've got one. So I have a walking foot now, which is awesome. I bought some lovely threads. I get my threads through Wonderfil. I'll put that in the comments box, a link to them. They're actually worldwide. Say that 5 times. And so it's my latest requisition. I got it, I believe, I did Selfless Sews for May. Selfless Sews, was it? April Selfless Sews. And that's when I made Chris's bag. So I got it after that. So that's how long I've had this little beauty. It does beautiful big stitching. And just yeah, it's just so nice to use. I used it the other day when I was making Lily Pilly's denim bag. And I did the top stitching on that with my variegated thread. Variegated, I like that word. Anyway, so those are my 5 machines, and I think they're pretty darn good. They've done me proud. So there you go. Those are my 5 main workhorses that I have, and if you need to know anything about them, oh, I didn't give you their brands. Let's just quickly run through the brands, shall we? So obviously my Juki is a Juki. Yeah, I said that. My Juki is a Juki. Okay, so it's a Juki. And then we've got my Subaru. Oh, this is probably why I didn't tell you what they were. So that's my cover stitch machine. Okay, and then I've got a typical overlocker, and I've got a zoot blind hemmer, and then of course a typical again for my walking foot. Sorry about that, I had to walk around with you. Oh, that would have probably made you feel ill. Sorry, big spin. So those are my machines. If there's any questions that you have, please don't hesitate to jot them down, and I will endeavour to find you the information. I'll put down Bryan and Tristan's details. If you're in New Zealand and you need your commercial industrial machines serviced. Oh, they're in Wellington too, by the way. Well, they're not in Wellington, they're a little bit north of Wellington, so don't contact them from Auckland, but they'll know who to get in touch with in Auckland if you don't have anyone. And yeah, so I love my machines. I have great pride in what I have, and I think it shocks people when they come to see me that I'm a real person, like got a real business. So yeah, it's quite fun. Anyway, so that's my machines. I'm gonna let you go now because I'm jibber-jabbering, and I've got to finish my red thing that I'm making. Well, yeah, let's just leave it at that. Okay, thanks. Don't forget, stay safe, stay warm, stay dry, and above all, stay cool. Thanks. See ya.